Good evening, everyone. I am Mark, your fat friend.
And I'm James, your black friend.
And your mic is not picking you up. It's using your computer mic. And this is the Fat and Black Connection.
I literally just unplugged it and plugged it back in.
Well, we can hear you, so that's half the battle.
Yeah, that's weird.
And this is where we talk about anything and everything.
All that good stuff. As long as it's interesting to us,
Yes. And now you're back. There we go.
Okay.
Good job. It is July 16th, 2025. It is 8:04 p.m. on the left coast.
That it is.
We are live. We are interactive.
That we are.
I am exhausted.
I've heard.
So it's since our last episode, I had Silver Age Comic-Con,
right,
where we had a lot. So I want to give shout outs to Daryl. He came, he helped with setup and teardown. Thank you, Daryl. He also helped me with getting the U-Haul and loading the stuff up from storage. So my weekend started Friday at 8 a.m. or about 7:40. Daryl picked me up. We went over to U-Haul, picked up a big old van, drove that over to storage, loaded up there, went back over to that house and hung out a little bit while waiting because we couldn't get into the convention center until 1 p.m. So just had to do a little waiting. Got over there about 12:40, and as soon as they let us in, jumped in, saw the spot that we had, started bringing stuff in. Shortly thereafter, Diego Iriarte and JD Charisma showed up, and the four of us got started on putting everything together.
What was the weather like this year? Because I know last year it was kind of
hot.
Was it hot?
Hot. Gross.
Because I know it rained like last year, so.
No, there was no rain. I don't remember it raining last year.
It rained last year. I remember
at night, but not during the day.
No, during the day at the
I don't remember that.
I remember it raining, and I remember it had rained the day before, or it rained recently because it was muggy. I remember it feeling very humid, and then I do remember like the last day when it drizzled a little bit before,
Not
like
this
when we
year.
were trying to
It
get
was
everything out.
it was just hot and gross. Anyways, so we had JD and Diego show up and started setting up. Shortly
Hot.
thereafter, got the call that Jeff, his flight had arrived, so I had to go pick up him and his horse. So I got them, took them over to the Atlantis and dropped them off because that's where they were staying.
Yeah.
And Jam confirms it did rain last year. Well, I'm sorry, I don't remember. Speaking of Jam, he unfortunately was running a little bit late, but he did make it in time for the big event that night, which we'll talk about in a little bit. So after I dropped off Jeff, then I had to go over to the hotel to get the rooms checked in for the guys from Icy Sound, so they'd have a spot to go. And that's right, KaboomCon tickets are on sale. Whoever just scanned that, good on you.
Nice.
Make sure you pick them up. Don't wait. It's getting closer.
Get them now.
So I headed over to the hotel, got the guys checked in, headed back to the convention center to keep setting up. And once we finished that, me and Daryl, JD, and Diego went to get some food, had a nice bite to eat, and then headed over to their hotel to show them where the rooms were, and then Justin and his family were there, and so we all said hi, played a little cornhole, and then got together and
Cornhole.
And me, Diego, Justin, and JD Charisma headed over to the Cinemark to see Superman 2025.
Yeah.
So we'll talk more about Silver Age Comic Con in a little bit, but I think if you haven't seen the film by now, you've had a few days. It technically came out Thursday, so it's basically a week. What is that, gum?
No, it's a it's like the Superman pin the guy was wearing in the movie.
Oh. They were just giving those out, or you had to buy it?
No, they gave these out after, because like we saw the first show, we saw like the first showing on Thursday.
Oh.
And they had the XD, and yeah, as soon as we walked out, they had these, they had a box, they were just handing these out. So it's like the pin, and then I guess it was specifically for XD. I don't know, but
that's cool. Yeah, no, we didn't get that, but we went late Friday night. I think our screening was supposed to start 9:55, and of course it was closer to like 10:15.
Of course.
Unfortunately, Lawrence Iriarte was supposed to come see it with us as well, but he was running super late. So we tried waiting, but we couldn't wait no more. He did end up seeing it that night as well. He just went to a later screening than us. So with that being said, we're going to talk about this film.
Yeah.
And I don't give a crap about spoilers. If you haven't watched it, I'm sorry. You should have by now. I guess you're not hardcore.
Hardcore.
And we here at the Fat and Black Connection, we're not hardcore about DC. But we believe in, I think we believe in giving DC an opportunity to see what could happen.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to just come right out and say it. I have hope.
Bro, I said the same exact thing. I said this movie could have single-handedly saved DC.
Now, I will still say that I think they did too much. I agree. I think you could have cut out the whole Justice Gang. That was not necessary.
I think it worked. It worked for the last act of the film.
I still think it was unnecessary. I think it was a 2 hour and 7 minute film that could have probably been a high and tight hour and a half, hour 40.
I think it needed to be longer. Honestly, just it didn't even feel. It felt long, but it didn't feel long. Like, if that makes any sense.
I don't know. I felt like it was enough, and it could have been less to me. I think if you could have focused more on the Lois and Clark story, you could have focused more on the Lex background. I hated the opening. I'm going to tell you, the first couple minutes of the film, I was like, "Oh no!" When
Oh,
you,
the reading, the like,
yeah,
yeah. I
when
I kind of dug it, but at the same time, I was kind of like, I mean, it's like, I felt like I missed something, but
no, you didn't miss anything. Here's the problem, and here's what I think genuinely happened, and I'm sure we'll find out eventually. My guess is that initially the film just started with Superman crashing into the snow and let's go. And probably test audience are stupid and needed more setup to know what's going on. And so that's
you're
why,
probably so right.
like,
You are probably so right.
like, if you think about what that was, it was, okay, I need to establish a universe for you, dummy. 300 years ago, blah, blah, blah. 30 years ago, blah, blah, blah. Like, all it did was set up for, okay, here is the exact moment we're coming into to the scene, so to speak. Why did we need that? It was unnecessary. I would have either rather had a very fast, like Marvel does this a lot when they're telling kind of the story. Like if you think about Wong and Doctor Strange, when they're kind of establishing the Infinity Stones, and they do it in just a couple minutes, where you knew about the Infinity Stones leading up to that movie, but if you hadn't seen everything and this was maybe your first outing, they were able to tell it in just a couple minutes about what the Infinity Stones are. I think the same thing could have happened here. You could have given us a 5 to 7 minute scene of establishing up to the start of the film.
Yes, I agree on that. But I think one of the also main reasons they did that, so he could add that God's this whole thing is gods and something
creatures or gods and monsters or
yeah,
whatever.
something like that, whatever they're calling that. I think that he wanted
their phase 1, if you will.
Yeah, he wanted to get that in there, I think. And I mean that wasn't too bad. I was like, oh, okay, so you're getting your main title in there. I was like, okay with that. But yeah, bro, and honestly, like, Crypto was lightweight irritating, bro. At least at the beginning. I mean, and he was actually kind of irritating through the entire film to me.
I was fine with Crypto. I didn't love him. I didn't think he was even necessary. Again, that's another part of the film where it was like, did I need him? And if we're going to really talk about Crypto, then we're going to have to talk about Kara. And did we even need her to be? I get that that's in the next film, Supergirl, but it was like, really? We're just going to introduce this hooker who likes to go get high at red planets or red star planets. Like, it was sloppy. It was like so unnecessary.
Yeah.
It was, a 2-minute scene that you could have thrown out, and he could have referenced, hey, it's my cousin's dog, without her ever having to actually be there.
That's true. Yeah.
I felt like it was, I don't know. I didn't like that either. I didn't like Mr. Terrific. I felt he was too much. I
didn't realize I don't really who Mr. Terrific is, but basically Mr. Terrific, in my opinion, he's like he's a more human version of Cyborg.
Okay. I didn't like Jimmy Olsen. When did Jimmy Olsen become a sex god or I
kind of didn't
he's
mind.
So, like, the first line we hear about him is, he's so fine. Really? Like,
I didn't mind it. It was a different Jimmy.
But he's not.
Jimmy needs to get some play, bro. Jimmy needs to get some play.
Let's be real. He's not even that attractive of a male.
No, I understand
the guy
that.
Playing it. No offense, but if you're going to go that route,
I needed Jimmy Olsen to be more, man. Jimmy Olsen he's always getting downplayed, man.
Then what's his name? Magic Mike, Channing Tatum. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, if you want to cast a pretty boy,
I think he's locked into Marvel right now.
You're missing my point.
But
this guy is not a pretty boy.
He's underrated pretty. He's an underrated pretty boy. Girls love him though.
Right. Well, and I guess you and Justin are on the same page. Good for you.
Yeah, I was good with Jimmy. I was good with him.
However, I will say I loved Lois. I thought she was fantastic. I think she was great, very spot on to the character. I loved Clark Kent. I loved the way that they are bringing back the golden age persona of Superman. He already made a name for himself. I'm guessing he's referring to Jimmy still, but I think I love one of the, growing up, my favorite superhero, my favorite comic was Superman, and it was because there was just something about the gee golly, right? And we did that a little bit when you think about what we did with the audio drama we did, Captain
Fearless.
Captain Fearless, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it was written that way to an extent, but we definitely played it up even more. And I love that about Superman, that they took that golden age kind of feel from the 1940s and 50s and put it into today, and I think it worked.
Can I just tell you right now? I am super irritated with the people of Metropolis. Why are you standing around? There is a giant monster stomping around the city. Why are you standing there and looking? Dummy.
Tyrus is checking in. Okay, so you got to think about reality of today, right? People are filming a tsunami that then kills them. People are filming a tornado and chasing after it. Like, this is where we are today. People are stupid. So it's not just Metropolis in the film.
Listen.
I feel like that if that actually happened,
that's true.
I think there would be 100 or 1,000 people standing around with their cameras because they're thinking, I'm going to be the next TikTok star.
They at least they actually heeded warnings and got out of the city. That I was actually like, oh, impressive. I think they actually got forced to leave, but whatever.
I don't know. I will say that I felt that I liked Lex, but I felt like he was a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I felt like it could have been dialed back a skosh. And I felt like a little bit more establishing of Lex would have been useful. Only because we see him where he's criminal mastermind, fighting Superman indirectly through this person. And then all of a sudden he's at the Pentagon presenting before leadership there.
Yeah.
That was immensely kind of like jarring, because it's, oh wait, so not only is he extremely wealthy, crazy mastermind, but he also is in with politics. And I know the comics and I know that aligns, but I felt like if this is your first exposure to Superman,
this shouldn't be your first exposure to Superman, unless you're a child. But
some people have said you should go watch Superman 1 and 2 with Christopher Reeves or whatever. Okay, if I did, that's not the Lex that Lex doesn't match here.
I mean, and hell, Lex from Batman vs Batman vs Superman was more. He seemed more Riddler to me than Lex Luthor.
I would agree.
And so, I think this Lex was very blatantly evil. It wasn't even like he was trying to hide it.
Yeah. I also am not a fan of, in essence, the way they've introduced Bizarro already. That's one interpretation that could be the clone of Superman that we have as when he's unmasked.
Yeah, but I guess, but at the same time, I mean, he also shouldn't be around anymore, unless he can fly out of a black hole or whatever.
I mean, we know that Superman can fly through space. He can hold his breath for an immense amount of long time. So I don't think that's the end of him. Yeah, I think in space he becomes true Bizarro.
I can see that happening.
And that's what I'm saying is I feel like I already felt like there was too much going on, too many villains and too many heroes, and also we now have Bizarro, and it's
we don't technically not yet. I mean, yeah. So I mean, we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, yes, there was a lot, but it did, and you're right. Some of it didn't need to be, but I think the way it kind of all came together, wasn't bad. They had some comedy in there. They had, to give us some levity. They had some serious moments. They had, some darkness in there too. So I think it kind of gave us a bunch of different looks at in this film, which I wasn't upset by. Um, and
We
like
already have the Hall of Justice, which I hate,
um,
for
ye-
3 people, and it's massive.
that was a little weird because I don't remember that being around just like super early. I remember that coming around, but whatever. Um, Maybe we'll have the Hall of Justice, and then we'll end up getting the Watchtower or something soon, which would actually be kind of cool to see. Also, uh, well, I guess they're not called boom tubes in this because I know in like Ultimate series they were called like boom tubes, where they would be able to go from the Watchtower to wherever in the city or to whatever city, and then they also had um, like the Teen Titans had one to get to from the Hall of Justice back to the tower, things like that. So, but yeah, that was
Clearly, they set that up though with the pocket dimension here.
yeah, that was. I mean, I didn't have a problem. I mean, I think it was weird how we spent so much time in there, like switching from tube to tube, which was like, I was like, I don't know if that's, I got it, get it. Like the first time I saw it, I was like, all right, cool. And then like, okay, got it.
By
Thank
the
you.
8th time, it was enough.
Yeah. And then the whole, like, basically it chewing it being open too long, it basically kind of grows those weird crystal things and collapses it on itself. Okay.
Yeah, I again, big picture, I think this is a good start. I have hope. I hope they try to do less as we progress.
Yeah.
You
Don't,
know,
don't, you don't have to add everybody into everything.
yeah.
Give me. So I think we have so from what I saw, I don't know if 100% true, but Supergirl, Swamp Thing, a new Wonder Woman, and I can't remember what that fourth one was.
Batman Brave and the Bold.
Oh yeah, Batman Brave and the Bold, which was, I was like, I don't, it confuses me. It really confuses me because you already have a Batman.
It's not the Batman that's going
I,
to be
I
a part of.
understand that, but I'm saying like you gave me this Batman.
It's just like Christian Bale's was not the Batman of that iteration, and it would have made the most sense because of the success of uh, Nolan's universe.
Well,
But
the thing was is that Nolan's universe basically it had Batman ending.
yes and no. I mean, you obviously could see what's his name, Gordon Levitt, at the end of the third film. He's going into the Batcave to pick up the mantle, and he's already called himself Robin in the film. So you could have just gone there, and
That's
then you
also
could have brought back Christian Bale as old Batman or old Bruce Wayne.
that's true.
So I mean,
But yeah,
the point is, right?
It's yeah.
I don't care about the fact that Twinkly Vampire's Batman is not the same Batman that's going to be used here. I'm fine with that.
And we're jumping right into Damian Wayne.
That's what it's sounding like, potentially.
That's what I'm saying. Jumping right into that. Like I don't know. I mean, I guess because I'm the progression. I like the progression of Robins. I think maybe that's just for me. Like, don't get me wrong. I like Damian Wayne. I mean, he's kind of a dick in the cartoons, but
I was going to say, you just want some dick, huh?
But I do. I like Dick Grayson. The other one doesn't. I forget the one that turns into Red Hood. You know, I don't know if he really needs to be involved. I mean, maybe at some point might need to be involved, but yeah, because also Dick Grayson turns into Nightwing, which could be a totally awesome film on its own too, unless they're gonna do something where he talks. They're gonna have to write something in. He's gone through this many Robins.
I've heard there is talk of them potentially working towards an Arkham Knights, so
that could be dope. Hey, before we get too far, man, I went to the gas station let me turn this down.
Is that the cookies and cream Twix?
No. Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodle.
Yo, so like I saw this and I was like, yo, you took my favorite cookie and you put it inside of Twix, one of my favorite candies. So I'm gonna try this real quick.
Well, while you're trying that, I'm going to open up my Pringles Philly cheesesteak. So you love Snickerdoodles and you like Twix.
There's that cinnamon sugar. Oh man. Yeah.
So I'm guessing you approve.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was good.
Okay.
Jason Todd, that's right. Tim Drake.
So this Philly cheesesteak on the image,
It shows all the stuff.
you could see that, there's some onions up there, right? There's cheese and steak and
Right.
the roll. However, all I'm tasting
Is onion or meat.
Oh, there's some cheese and definitely whiz. But the forward flavor on it is actually like peppers, like green peppers, which isn't even on there. So that's disappointing.
So I also grabbed a couple sodas, but I'm gonna try this. I didn't know they had wild cherries and cream.
Oh, I've had that one.
I didn't know they had that. And then I saw this and I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and grab it. This is Mountain Dew, one of their new summer flavors, Summer Freeze. This is a cherry lemon raspberry flavor.
Okay. While you're trying that, you heard of Mike and Ike before, right?
Sure did.
Did you know they do root beer float?
I did not.
I didn't either. Let's give it a go.
Oh, this is one of the better Mountain Dews I've had in a while.
These are kind of cool in color. Let's see if you can kind of make it out.
Kind of
Just
that
a little speckling.
Oh, I can't see that part, but it kind of like the root beer jelly bean.
Yeah, just lighter in color.
Okay.
There you go. Now it's focusing.
I see it. Yeah. Okay, I see it now. Yeah.
Okay. Got a little handful.
Hey, I got something for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to wait to get it, but they were really low. They only had a couple, and they had them out super early, which I was a little disappointed by. But
You already got it?
yeah, because they already had it out, and I was like, and they only had a few, and so kind of what irritated me though is that what they should have done that they weren't doing. They were letting employees get them, which I think they should absolutely let employees get them. I have the side pieces. I haven't put them on yet, but don't make sure the customers get it before the employees do. In all honesty,
So you didn't even get any popcorn?
oh, I had popcorn earlier, but the thing was, I was like, they only had a few. Like he said, they only had a few, and I don't know if they were getting more or whatnot. But I'd already bought my popcorn, so I was like, I was leaving the movie, and I was like, all right, let me just go ahead and grab that. Let me see, where is that?
I cannot believe how big that thing really is.
Yeah, it, and I don't even have the. There it is.
Nice.
And then,
That's pretty awesome.
yeah,
And that was $85. Is that right?
no, it was actually yeah, I think it was, and I saved money on it because of the Cinemark Club. I ended up paying 69.35 because it saved me like 16 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my final price. It said like 80. It was like $80. But yeah, so they got the earpieces and everything else. I didn't put it all together yet. I'll do that and have it ready. I'll show you next week all together.
So I also picked up some more Mike and Ike cotton candy.
Is that different flavors?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
No, I'm saying looked like on the box it was different flavors.
It looks like there's different colors, but I don't know if they're different flavors.
Oh, I guess cotton candy is cotton candy.
I mean, I've had blue raspberry cotton candy. I've had different flavors. I just don't know if. I guess I'll have to try them separately. Let's see. All right, so blue one first. Tastes like cotton candy.
Well, that's good.
Pink one. Tastes like cotton candy.
Okay.
So I will say, out of these two, the cotton candy and the root beer, I much prefer the cotton candy. The root beer, unfortunately, the taste is almost too close to black licorice.
Mm.
I'm not
For
a
root
fan.
beer? How do you match that up?
I don't know. I really don't.
You buy a bunch of root beer, you pour it in your vat, you mix it. I don't know how do you make licorice.
And Tyra says that the Green Lantern TV series wrapped. I'm excited. It's going to be on HBO. I will say when it comes to Nathan Fillion's Guy Gardner, I didn't hate it, but I also didn't love it.
I like him as an actor. I wasn't really feeling the.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling him as the character. No offense, but moving on. So James,
Yes.
Oakbridge season 2.
Yes.
Premiered on Friday.
Yes, it did.
Our first episode came out, which was the Gold Foil. And it's pretty impressive, actually. Let me see if I still have the information up. I do actually. Here we go. So first of all, this is here we go.
Story of a girl.
Apple Podcast looking at the top fiction podcasts.
Okay.
So I posted this morning. I don't know if you saw. I said that it's back in the top 50.
Okay.
And here we are just a few hours later. At the time that I posted that, it was at 48. And it has already moved up to 38.
What?
Yes, there is Oakbridge in the 38 slot. Back on fiction. So this is all fiction. So this is sci-fi. This is drama. This is all fiction. So that's with one episode of season 2 back.
We're back, baby.
We shot back up to 38. I would expect to see that continue to rise as the season progresses. And what's crazy is when you look at some of the things that we're up against, Wolf 359, which has always been one of our top competitors. It's a Star Trek universe continuation. And then you look at some of these other ones that
Sherlock and Co, bro.
That have a ton of money invested in them.
Yeah.
When you think about indie podcasts, there's not many up here this high. You've got, this is a Hamlet. Midnight Burger has been one that we've been competing with a lot over the last year. Batman, we're competing with DC up here at number 11. And this is actually kind of new. MyClassicRadio.net. They've been releasing a lot of the old time radio series.
Yeah, I have that on SiriusXM.
Yeah, they've got The Shadow and Sherlock Holmes and Dragnet all up here, and it's like, how can you compete with that? Like, those shows were amazing, and I'm sure people, especially those in the audio sphere, want to listen to that to learn from them.
Yeah, I've listened to some of them. Like I said, I have was it Classic Radio or whatever on SiriusXM, and sometimes I'll be driving around and I'll just like, let me hear what's on here, and like I've heard some yes, some of them sound very cheesy. because at the time they sound very over the top, very cheesy, but it's like this is so. I mean, it's come a long way. I mean, the genre has come a long way as you expect it would, but there's just something. There's just some like a when you're listening to those, you just kind of have this like it's a good feeling listening to them.
So since you know that we're in 38th of all fiction, where do you think Oak Bridge is as of right now?
Number wise,
in sci-fi specifically.
Oh, in sci-fi specifically. So we're 31 overall.
38.
38 overall. I'm sorry.
In all of fiction.
All of fiction. What, top 15?
So pretty close. Top 12.
Oh, even better.
Yep.
Coming in hot.
We're number 12, just behind again Wolf 359, and leading the pack right now is Welcome to Night Vale. And I don't know if you remember, but last year we were beating Welcome to Night Vale. So there is a realistic possibility we could see Oak Bridge move into the number one spot this year.
We're coming for that number one spot.
I think we peaked at number 6 last year on fiction, sci-fi specifically.
In the U.S.
So to that point, let's take a look at Oak Bridge from a worldwide perspective. So over here where are they? Here are the charts, the Apple Podcast charts worldwide. So if we look down here in Australia, right now we're number 6 in science fiction. In South Africa, number 3. In Austria, number 4. Ireland, number 5. Finland, number 6. In India and South Korea, number 8. So we're already coming back hot. And here's the next little thing I'll show you to really kind of explain some of the differences. Oh man, I got logged out. Give me just a second. Do.
Man, that's crazy.
All right. So just to put things into perspective, so we've been talking about for a long time that Oak Bridge, even though we hadn't released an episode of Oak Bridge in quite a long time, it was still getting hundreds of downloads a week.
Hi, Jimmy.
Good evening, Jimmy. Well, here's an interesting spike. So you can see pretty consistently day over day. So this is looking at the last 30 days, 700, 600, 500, 600, 700, right?
Mm-hmm.
These are daily downloads. Good numbers, right? And then we get to Friday's loading and 4,500 downloads in the first 24 hours. We are now at 5,467 downloads of episode 1 of season 2.
How many?
5,467.
Oh, that just sounded weird.
5,467.
No, I'm just saying. Why did you say 5,600?
What?
Why didn't you just say 5,000?
467.
467.
I don't know. 5,407 is the same thing.
No, it just sounded weird because I've never heard it said like that before.
Tyler says, I'm excited for Oak Bridge's success. Season 2 is going to get hot. You dang right. And if we look at this in just the last 7 days, this is where it's really interesting. You can see we've had 8.4 thousand, or specifically 8,420, or as James would prefer, 8,420. With 5,400 of those being episode 1. So that means we've had 3,000 other downloads. Not just episode 1.
That's nuts.
So all of this to say, hugely successful. And this is the highest week 1 for any episode ever at 5,467.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm, looking at just the numbers and breakdown. Obviously, the majority coming out of the U.S., UK coming in 2nd, Canada in 3rd, Australia in 4th, Ireland in 5th. If we're looking at the sources where most people where are most people getting
Our
their
friends in
this?
Ireland.
Apple Podcast is
It's the majority,
significantly
yeah.
68.85%. Spotify second.
Okay.
If you want to know when people are listening or downloading, I should say, it's Saturday's the day.
So it drops on Friday. They listen to it on Saturday. I'm okay with that.
Yep. So, well, and you got to remember, we're dropping late on Friday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're dropping at 8. Yeah.
If you think about it from a worldwide perspective,
Yeah, it's already
11 on the East Coast.
yeah.
So if you want to zoom in a little bit further and look at, hey, where are people listening in the U.S.? California, Texas, Illinois, Georgia, and Florida are the top 5. Nevada, where are you coming in at? 108 downloads, so down in the middle of the pack.
Yep.
But as you can see, we have downloads in every single state, not Puerto Rico. We got them in Alaska, Hawaii, every single state. There are downloads all over. So, and that's okay because Puerto Rico's not even a state anyways. So I don't know why they have it on there.
It's a U.S. territory.
They don't got Guam.
That's true. Or the Virgin, or like the U.S. Virgin
U.S.
Islands.
Virgin Islands. Yeah. So if you're gonna put one, put all.
Want all the numbers.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm obviously immensely happy about what we're seeing. Yeah. And we've got 9 more episodes to go. Yeah. So.
Oh man, that's awesome, man.
You should be proud, Papa.
Already coming in hot.
Yeah, boy.
So, speaking of course, this was the cover art for episode 1, the gold foil.
The gold foil.
And we can here and now show off the cover art for episode 2.
This will be the only place you see these. Actually, you'll see them on our page afterwards, but the only place you're going to see them first.
Yes. And then, of course, you can see them over on Podbean when they release.
Right.
Alba, I believe, is the name of this episode, if I remember correctly.
I believe so.
Let me go back over here. Give me just a second, and I'll pull up the synopsis of this episode.
Synopsis.
Yes, it is chapter 2, Alba, and something is waking up, and it's not human. Inside the walls of Plant Albatross, a groundbreaking project begins, and it could change everything. But when science meets secrecy, who really holds the power? Beady bong.
Ooh.
So, episode 2, Alba. I like the dog with the little sheriff's badge.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Striker.
Definitely Clarence County.
Nice.
Again, artwork by Jam the artist.
Yes, sir.
Do you remember who was the writer on this episode?
This was Ashley.
Ashley Dean, creator and writer on this episode.
She did I think she did the first 3, I think.
And Jimmy over at Pop Culture Kaboom asks, will a picture book of all the Oak Bridge episode art be available at KaboomCon? I don't hate that idea.
I don't hate that idea either. You
Jam,
can definitely you can see them for sure. He has them with him. He brings them with him.
Well, and he actually brings the original sketches.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Jam, I know you're out there. If we can get those done in time quickly, it is possible we could make a little print book of the Oak Bridge seasons 1 and 2 artwork, plus the other images that you've made to go along with it that are on like the banners and stuff.
It ain't too much to.
And since Jimmy brought it up, let's talk KaboomCon for a little bit. Again, those tickets are on sale.
Get them.
Do not wait. Scan that QR code. We are 65 days away, just over 2 months. That's insane.
It's unbelievable.
So KaboomCon 2, of course, the kickoff to Halloween. I love this image. Jam was, signing stickers and everything for people at Silver Age Comic Con, which we'll talk about more, just not right this minute. I kind of gave the preface already of setup day, but there's so much more to talk about with it.
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
So let's talk about KaboomCon, because
Yeah.
that's really what people care about.
Let's talk about it.
So KaboomCon, for those of you that don't know, this is a multi-day event. It is not a 3-day con. It is not a 2-day con. It is a 3-day event.
There's a lot going into this. Like right here, the first image you see. What is that?
So
Oh my
let's
God.
talk about Friday. So Friday is going to be huge, right? We're going to get in there, you and me and the crew. We're going to get in there at 8 a.m. in the morning to start setting the facility up, putting out tables and chairs and all that kind of fun stuff, right?
Hooray.
And then at noon, the vendors come in. They start setting up their stuff to get ready to rock and roll. And at 6 o'clock that day, we're going to do an exclusive vendor meet and greet with just the vendors in the facility. Hey, how you doing? Let's get to know each other. Let's spend an hour looking at each other's stuff and really have hopefully taken the time to appreciate and not have to worry about, oh, someone's at my booth, I got to go.
And maybe start some collabos out here.
Absolutely. Some of the greatest things that we've done already has been because of collaboration. So, but at 7 p.m., we're going to open up the doors to the theater because we've got ourselves a movie screening of Ghostbusters 2.
Wait. But first, we got a micro concert.
Oh, you're right. We're going to have a performance by JD Charisma. We're also going to have a cosplay contest.
That's correct. Very Ghostbusters specific.
Indeed. Then we move into Saturday for the con. Day 1, 9 a.m.
Yeah.
to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
We're going to have panels.
Oh, yeah.
Presentations.
Oh, yeah.
Performances by orchestras or symphonies, whatever you want to call
Ensembles.
it. Yes. Groups.
Yes.
We've got cosplay contest, raffle.
Yeah.
So much. So for the con, just to be clear, so people understand, we have the entire Carson City Community Center inside.
All of it.
And outside Westside parking lot.
And outside.
This year, on the gym floor, 10,000 square feet, we have 60 booths.
A pure vendor madness.
Then we have the Tahoe room,
which is right behind it.
Which is just next door, where there are 23 booths set up for Artist Alley.
23.
Count that. That's 83 vendors just in that area.
One area.
If we stay inside the community center, now let's make our way up forward a little bit.
Yeah.
We've got the game room.
Yeah.
That'll be run by 3 Arrows Games.
3 Arrows, baby.
They'll have their sales booth set up in that room, as well as tables with get demo games, and it's going to be crazy madness.
Oh, is that where they're going to be set up this year?
Yep,
Nice.
because they're running the game room, so that's going to be their space.
That's actually pretty good. That's a pretty awesome
And
idea.
I can very pleasantly announce here today that we have another room.
Yeah.
Last year was the game room. It's called the Bonanza Room.
Yeah.
It will be the Mickey Mouse in the Fantastic Worlds of Steamboat Willie Museum.
Wow.
We will have all of the full-size images and artwork by Lawrence and Diego Iriarte from Icy Sound Comics.
When you get the comic, they'll be, like that small, right? But or sometimes it'll be like the whole page. But like I'm telling you, these pictures, huge.
11 by 17 is the standard. 12 by 18, 11 by 17. Those are the standard sizes. And some of these, I mean, for those of you that ever saw the Murphy's Inc. artwork that they did, that thing I think was 22 by 34 or something
ridiculous.
Huge, right? So we will be setting up that room specifically for Mickey Mouse in the Fantastic Worlds of Steamboat Willie.
Fantastic Worlds.
Icy Sound Comics will also have a booth on the main floor.
Not
it
just
will
any
be,
booth, Eddie.
It will be focusing on other things other than Mickey.
Not just any booth.
That'll come out later.
It's like a six something booth. It's like 6 booths.
It's going to be 4. We're shrinking it down by taking that museum up to the front.
Nice. Oh, that's a good
So
idea.
that also means we've opened up
I
two
got
more
two spots
booths.
for you.
Yep, we've opened up 2 more spots on the main floor. So then we move forward into the lobby just outside of the theater. And up there, we've got our nonprofit partners. We've got KNVC, Silver State Storytellers, Cordillera International Film Festival. The Carson Victory Rollers are going to be up there. That's also where our information and raffle booth is going to be.
Yeah.
And that's our main entrance as well this year.
Yeah.
So if you came last year you came in through the gym. This year, you're coming in through the theater lobby. So it's going to be a little bit different, but we want to make sure everybody knows everything is available, because we had a lot of people tell us last year, I didn't even know there was anything going on up there.
So now we're forcing your hand.
Exactly. We're also going to have some cosplayers out in that area that are going to be helping you get set up for the cosplay contest, to get registered, signed up, all of that kind of fun stuff. We've got the boardroom where we're going to have some smaller panels, presentations. That room holds about 75 people. And then, of course, the big daddy, the 550 seat theater, where all of our major panels and presentations will be happening, including a JD Charisma panel presentation that you're not going to want to miss, including a Odin Abbott of Odin Makes 2-hour workshop on making a custom prop. It's going to be pretty impressive. So there's a lot that's going to be happening. You're not going to want to miss out on that. And that's Saturday. Saturday night is when everything gets buck wild. And that's the Ghost and Ghouls Masquerade Ball.
Buck wild.
So we'll be opening the doors around 7 o'clock. And at around 7:15, 7:20, JD Charisma is going to hit the stage with a 35-ish to 40-minute set. He's going to perform lots of songs. We were talking over the weekend about what that's going to look like. And boy, I don't know what to say. It's impressive. He also let me listen to some of his new tracks, get a little sneaky peek. And again, impressive. And then, of course, Fast Times Dance Party is going to hit the stage right around 8 o'clock. They're going to go for about an hour. They'll take a little break. We'll have some DJing, some costume contests. And then at 9 o'clock, they'll be back. I'm sorry, at 10 o'clock, they'll be back, perform another hour till 11, and then we'll shut it down. There will be food. There will be drinks, non-alcoholic. Again, this is a family-friendly event. You are welcome to bring your kids, but kids are not free to this event or the movie screening for that matter. So if they're under 10, they do still have to pay to attend this event or the movie screening. And that's where that Dynamite Pass really comes in handy, by the way.
Yeah.
Get you into everything. So then that's Saturday night. Sunday, we're adjusting the hours a little bit. 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., a little bit shorter hours. Let people sleep in a little bit after the Masquerade Ball. And also it's Sunday. People want to get out of town. So Sunday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., more panels, presentations, performances. And I can also say right now that the Sunday presentation from Icy Sound Comics is something you're not going to want to miss. Jimmy said, for a second, I thought you were going to say you're welcome to BYOB. No, you were not.
Don't bring it.
Nope. We don't have the licensing, nor do I want to pay for the licensing to deal with alcohol. It is a family-friendly event. I don't want to deal with stupid drunk people.
Alcohol.
Continuing down the path of talking about KaboomCon, I've got more announcements. We've got more new folk coming on to join the party. First up, I'd like to welcome Miss Tanya Todd to the event. She is a Las Vegas-based talent. She works on books and also on numerous podcasts. She's an actor, voice actor, immensely talented. I got to meet her at Silver Age Comic-Con. We had a great conversation. Thanks, Jimmy. So she will be joining us in the Artist Alley.
Nice.
Next up, we've got Monster Smiles. They were at Silver Age. I checked out their booth while I was there. excited to have them, first time vendor coming to KaboomCon. They will be in the West Side parking lot. So welcome to Monster Smiles.
Cool.
And last but not least for today, a new food truck joining the fold, Title Shot Cafe. Welcome. You can see we've got their menu on there.
Yeah.
Let's take a look real quick. Sandwiches, the featherweight, ultimate grilled cheese, the middleweight, hammer turkey, body shot, pizza panini, a heavyweight, double 2 meat and cheese, the hurricane, 3 meat and cheese, and then $3 more for a combo, add a beverage and a snack.
Yeah. And one of the reasons, and also this is really cool. It's I guess a husband and wife, and then one of their close friends, all former Marines.
Gotta love veteran owned.
Yeah. So the two gentlemen served together. Went on a couple deployments together, and the other is I can't remember, but they were all Marines. They all did their deployments, and so we're happy to get them on.
Yeah, for beverages, they've got water, soda, Gatorade, an Uppercut, which is a flavored energy drink plus lemonade.
Nice.
And you could add strawberries to any beverage for $1.
For $1.
And for snacks, they've got chips, candy bar, and ice cream. I'm interested in that ice cream. I want to know what that means.
Ice cream.
Well, and especially when you look at the combo, add a beverage and a snack. A soda's $2 and an ice cream's $2. But if I do it as a combo, it's only $3 instead of $4.
Hey, man.
That's a savings, man. I'm all for that.
Savings, baby.
So welcome to the fold, Title Shot Cafe. Happy to have you. Excited to have you. Also, got to call out really quickly, making a major donation to the event is Crazy D's Hot Chicken, based in Carson City. Thank you, Crazy D's, for your donation to help make our event that much more awesome. And we appreciate your sponsorship and partnership. And
Yay!
Yeah. So
shout out!
I love Crazy
shout
D's.
out to Juan.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever eaten there.
I haven't eaten there yet, but I'm saying,
bro, one chicken tender. I'm
Yeah.
not joking here. One chicken tender at Crazy D's Chicken is about the circumference of my wrist. And it's about the length of my forearm.
that
They
seems
are
like
huge.
those burritos that they have over at Salulitas.
Yeah, it's basically think about a big burrito. That's the size of one chicken tender. And they are delicious. It's white meat, it's juicy. So good. And they've got many different like hotnesses.
I'm down, me, and I like the sauces. I want to see what their hot sauce is.
Yeah, I think when you come into town, we're gonna have to go hit up Crazy D's.
Crazy date.
So going back, little story time. So we were talking about Silver Age Comic Con, and so Saturday or Friday finishing up, we'd went and seen Superman, and then Saturday we got there in the morning early. Of course, Lawrence, he loves to like readjust things, and that's cool. So we had to make some changes to the floor plan and get everything finalized.
Lawrence.
Hey, I get it. I just wish we would have, been more dialed in at Go Live, but it wasn't bad. I'll tell you, JD Charisma, that boy can hustle. He was great. So we had him on the little headpiece so he could like try and holler at people. Now, here's where I'm going to get critical of Silver Age Comic Con. I think that they did a very bad job this year of their layout. The aisles were far too wide. Yes. There were many things that they changed, and I think it was to the detriment of the vendors. It definitely made me really think about our setup and making some adjustments to our floor plan. And here's why. They took, how last year they had Cobalt's Keep game area set up in the back near us where we were last year. They took that out of the floor altogether and put them up in a separate room.
Why? Okay.
You remember AI Hoshi? They help with repairing your costumes and stuff like that. They were set up on the opposite side.
Okay. I don't remember, but okay.
You'd remember if you saw their like get-ups. They kind of look like they're working at a hospital in there.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
So they took them out of the main floor and put them in another room. Yeah.
Why?
They took all of the celebrity special guests and put them at the very front.
No, you don't.
They took all of the celebrity or special guest cosplayers and they put them outside of the in the hallway between where you would come in and where the actual vendors were. So
What?
now there was nothing on the vendor floor to force people to the back.
Yeah, that's what you got. Like, you need to do that so that people will go all the way to the back of your place. Because if
Yes.
they see everything that they want to see up front, then there's no reason for them. I mean, like real con goers are gonna definitely go back, but like just your average fan or something of maybe one of these people isn't gonna. They might not go check out the rest of the con.
Yeah. If they came because they just want to meet Adam Baldwin from Firefly.
Because honestly, like last year, if that was the case, nobody would have come back to our booth. Like last year, I don't know. You said we were more middle this year.
We were more middle, and so we did get foot traffic. But again, the problem was the aisles were far too wide. I feel like I didn't do a count, but it seems like there must have been a lot less vendors this year, because there was just way too much space. I feel like looking at the floor, I could have probably fit another 50 vendors in there comfortably.
I think people were probably like, if the pricing for it, they didn't.
No, and I think you're right. I think they increased the pricing again. That convention center is nickel and diming everyone. You got to pay for power. You got to pay for parking. You got to pay for all of this crap now.
You got to pay for parking?
Yep. It was $10 a day.
The hell? Like,
per vehicle.
Nah, bro. Nah.
So I was immensely disappointed. The guys and we all talked Sunday, and we will not be returning to Silver Age next year. It's unfortunate because I like to support local events, but I think we would have probably been better served by being at Stockton Con, which was this last weekend as well.
Yeah.
So we will be looking at other events next year around the same time frame. And in general, for next year, we're going to be looking at more events to send more people. And Jimmy says for everyone, vendors included. I'm not sure exactly what he's referring to because of the delay, but
it could have been. Is it the parking?
Probably. I mean, I know that everyone had to pay for parking.
That's just crazy, bro. Like, the convention center is so wide open. Like, that's a kind of a shame. Honestly, it's kind of a shame.
Well, and the other thing that I was immensely frustrated with is at one point I needed to go out to my van to grab something, and they would not let me go out through the back door. They were like, no, you can't go out this way. You have to walk around the whole building.
What?
And I was just like, are you kidding me? I'm a vendor. I have my vendor's badge. Like, I can't just go out to my vehicle to get more supplies to bring back to my booth.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So I don't know. Jimmy says it was on the convention center. Yes, but it's also on the organizer by choosing to continue to stay at that facility. There are many options in Reno. There aren't many options in Carson, but there are many options in Reno that you could choose to use. So if the excuse is that it's the convention center, then change facilities.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know about the whole charging for parking thing, and like moving people again to the front that should be in the back too. That's gonna make people come through your whole convention. I think that could have hurt them too, man. Moving those things out.
That's 100% on the organizer. That's not the convention.
Moving those things to a different room. Moving like the moving those helper people, moving them to the
Game room,
moving them
Hoshi.
at the game room to another room. It's like, yo, that doesn't even make sense. Like like when we went to what was that one we went to?
Powerhouse.
Powerhouse. Like, yeah, that was spread out, but each of those was like full.
Yeah, there was what 3 or 4 different
There's
facilities.
there was like 3
but
different.
each one had different celebrities. It wasn't like they put all the celebrities in one place.
Yeah, and there was different. Yeah, they were kind of. It was kind of specific. Like each room, kind of each building had its own kind of almost theme to it. The way they set it up, and so that was cool. But again, like take that kind of, like why would you don't change something that's broken? Like why fix? don't change the wheel if the wheel's not, if it ain't broke.
Well, and I don't have a problem with making changes. The only constant in life is change. So that's not my issue. My issue is when you make changes that feel to me, and this is one of the things I've said to Jimmy, I've said to others, is one of the big differences between us and Silver Age is that we are an event organizer. They are con promoters. There's a very big difference. We are for the community. Carson City, Carson Valley, all of that. We want to support that community. We also want to support the community of vendors. Where I feel like Silver Age Comic Con, their main focus was to make money. Good on you. As you know, my objective is not to make money on KaboomCon. My objective is to break even and to put money into the event to make it better. And that's what we did after year 1, and that's what we're going to continue to do as we proceed. But I'll show you right here.
Is there a floor plan? Oh,
yeah. Here's where it is. Okay. So they added a new room called the Tomb Room Cosplay Workshop. Okay. That's cool. Except again, they put it up here, D8. So I don't know. Can you see where my mouse is?
Yeah.
So this was actually the main entrance. This is misleading. This star was actually the exit. So to leave, you had to go out through this way. And then if you wanted to come back in, you had to walk all the way around to come back in over here.
That's silly.
Okay. So D8 and 9, 8, 9, and 10.
Mm-hmm.
You can see those 3 rooms right there.
Right.
That was the Tomb Room Cosplay Workshop, which was cool. People were in there building shields and swords and stuff. It was a cool little activity. D9 was the AI Hoshi Maid Cafe, like we talked about, and D10 was Kobold Keep's game room. Again, all 3 of those things are great events activities to have at the event, but why are they out here?
Yeah.
At the front of your event.
Right.
Then right here you can see it says Cosplay Row. This is where the cosplayers were that they brought in.
Just before you even get in.
Yes. And then E123, that's the panel room, same as last year, hosted by our friends over at Distance Nerding. They did a great job as usual. It was great to see them and spend time with them. And then the vendor hall. So we'll go into the next page, which here's the vendor hall.
And I'm assuming the top part, like the far, like by far right, that's the entrance.
So over here, roll up door, this little check. This was where we would come in through the back.
Right.
And so over here, main entrance, that's coming from where I was just showing you where like the cosplay.
Right.
So you can see right here is all of their special guests.
Oh.
Okay. We were right in here. I think, if I remember correctly, E42, E43. And here's the other thing that's frustrating. So they were selling spaces for Artist Alley versus exhibitors, right?
Mm-hmm.
This all right here is supposed to be Artist Alley.
Wait, what?
Huh?
What is supposed to be Artist Alley?
Can you see my mouse right here? No?
The ones, wait.
Right here. That's not what I wanted. Hold on. Delete that. All of this, right? Crap! It's highlighting it all.
I get you. I get you. You're talking about. Okay.
Okay, so all of these right here, this was supposed to be like the artist alley type booths. So these are supposed to be smaller. These are supposed to be 8 foot by 5 foot depth.
But they're the same. They were the same size.
Well, so as you can see, they were across doing 5 booths because they were lining the tables right next to each other. But from a depth perception, they were giving them the same 10 feet of depth as they were giving the rest of us. And so what ended up happening is it felt like you had these aisles that were going along the backs of the vendors. So
Hmm.
people were walking down there not realizing, oh, this isn't an aisle. It just
So they weren't back to back.
no.
That's
No.
so
I paid
So-
for a 10 by 10 booth,
right, and they still had the same amount of space.
the same amount of depth.
Depth.
Their
Now,
width was a little bit more
What are
narrow.
these What are these tables along the sides there?
These down here?
Yeah, the ones like just on the outskirts. Those booths on the outskirts.
So these are the same. These are 10 by 10 booths. They're just along the wall.
That's so
Why? I don't know.
That's so weird. It looks so empty. I mean, like I wasn't even there, and it looks less full or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
would agree.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
So again, I'm not like sitting here trying to berate Colossus Grill Entertainment. I think they could have done a better job. I hope they learned some lessons, and I hope I'm not the only vendor out here that's like complaining. And I know I'm not the only one that was complaining, at least internally, because there were many vendors that I was speaking with that were unhappy. And here's the worst part that I hadn't even said yet: the attendance was super low.
Oh,
So from my perspective,
did they not promote this at all?
No, and that's the other thing. I did not see a single commercial. I did not see a single advertisement on Facebook, on Instagram, anything. I did not hear a single radio advertisement. I don't think they spent any money in that way for marketing.
It's very
And to me, as a vendor, why would I come back to an event where one,
You're not promoting your own event.
two, I'm not getting foot traffic.
Yeah, and that's the same. That was the same problem that I heard about that Tahoe Con.
Oh, well, I wouldn't compare those because, and Jimmy will, I'm sure, chime in here in a moment. The Tahoe Con was garbage. Anyone that was at Tahoe Con last year will attest that I
think
heard
they
they had 100 to 200 people total all weekend. That's not the case here. I would say that probably at this event, I'd love to get an actual head count, like how many people were in attendance, not how many tickets were sold, but how many people were actually in attendance.
Yeah.
I am guessing it is less than 3,000.
It's crazy for 2 days.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of space. That's a lot of space to have not that many people. Because I mean, like last year, it felt like there was a lot of people that came through.
I will tell you total sales, if you include 97 Now production sales of the ash cans and stuff like that, the Erie RT sales and Jam the Artist sales, if you were to look at everybody's combined sales, we didn't even make enough to cover the weekend.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, it was a loss.
Damn, that's crazy.
Now, the flip side, Lawrence would say, well, we did get to have a lot of good conversations. We got to network with a lot of people, and all that's true.
Yeah, no, that's always. I mean, that's we do that that's going to happen regardless. But it's also nice when you actually can have people see your product and be excited about your product because and see what else is going on in there. But like, it doesn't look like they took that into consideration this year. I mean, like last year they had all their celebrities in the back, which was actually good because that forced people to come all the way back. You had the game set up because I remember seeing tables and stuff set up right there. I remember they had like the tables, they had like drawing and people could draw and do whatever there. And then they had the cafe thing over in the corner, and that was kind of out of the way, which is fine too. And I just remember like, it just seemed to be there seemed to be a flow. Like you could see people coming in, they came to the back and kind of made their they kind of made their way around. Yes, they might zigzag, but they came to the back to see what was going on in the back, and then made their way back out. So, yeah, so it's a shame.
Yeah, and I'm actually, to your point, just because I have it, so why not? Here is, and you know what? From a vendor perspective, it looks like maybe there were less vendors last year, but this feels, from my perspective, better. Because
Yeah.
look, we were doing 4 across here and 5 across there, so that's the same setup down this side, same setup down this side, but you had back here AI Hoshi,
Yep.
gaming,
Yep.
autographs.
Yep.
All of these things forced people to have to come all the way through if they wanted to see everything.
Right. Yeah, the cosplay sign up was back there. I remember they were
Mhm.
right next to us.
Yep, we were here at 102, 103.
Yeah. And we were back there and the cosplay. So we got a lot of people from cosplay kind of coming over and seeing what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Did they have a cosplay contest this year?
They did. Day 1 was a normal cosplay contest. Day 2 was a kids cosplay contest.
Yeah.
So that was the Silver Age weekend. Like I said, as of right now, we will not be returning next year. And it's unfortunate because, we've been there the last few years, and I have to look at it from a business perspective, and it's just not viable.
Right. Understandable.
So after that, Sunday, at about 4:15, we started tearing down because, again, there was nothing. It was, the event went till 5, and honestly, we could have probably shut down at 3 and left and been fine. But we stayed. But we were torn down pretty quickly because we did start doing some preliminary stuff. So we were out of the facility before 6. And so Daryl and I loaded the U-Haul back up, headed over to storage, unloaded into there, took the U-Haul back, dropped it off. Daryl took me home, and I was back home before 7. And good thing, because I needed a good night's sleep, because Monday I had to travel out to lovely Elko, Nevada.
Ain't nothing in Elko.
That's about as far east as you can go without being in Utah.
Yeah.
So I
that's one of
headed
our,
out to.
It's one of our little airports up there.
Yeah, so I headed out to Elko, and it was.
How long is that drive?
About 5 hours.
Oh no, thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
I know
But
Tesla's probably not that bad, but
I wasn't in the Tesla.
oh, you were
So this was for work, so I took a work vehicle.
weird vehicle. Yeah, makes sense.
However, while I was out there, I checked into my hotel room Monday night, and I looked out my window, and I knew that there was a comic book shop in Elko, but I didn't know where it was, and I was going to do some research to go and find it. But I look out my window, and it's literally in the shopping complex next door.
Oh, nice.
So this is Frank and Fred's Comics and Cards in Elko. I walked across and went over to say hi, introduced myself, and in the process, had a really great conversation with the owner. And while I was there, I picked up these 2 issues of Sam and Twitch, which are a part of the Spawn universe, cover art by Don Aguio, who will be at KaboomCon.
Nice.
So they're, brand new condition, consecutive issues, 14 and 15. So I grabbed those while I was there. Also, thank you, Frank and Fred's, for allowing me to put up a KaboomCon flyer, as well as getting some stickers out there. So hopefully, if you're out in Elko and you are interested in KaboomCon, head over there. The flyer is there.
Come on down to see us.
We'd love to see you in September. So
that would be dope.
So yeah, that was so then Tuesday I was in Elko all day working. I was driving all around, seeing different sites. It was kind of fun, exciting. And then today I came back.
Lovely scenic Elko.
Yeah. So I just got back home this evening. I got back to Carson, I should say, at about 3:50 ish. I got back into the office, dropped off the vehicle, put my stuff at my desk, and then came home.
Well, you went by Crazy D's and then came home.
I went to Crazy D's, yes, and grabbed the gift cards that they have given us as a sponsorship. Also went out to dinner with the wife and kid,
Nice.
so that was good. But I am exhausted. I am drained because I drove. You know, I went with another person from my office, but I drove all the way out there. I drove all the way back. I did all the driving while we were out there, and I'm fried. I'm off tomorrow. Normally I'm off on Wednesdays, but because of this, I'm taking tomorrow off. So I'm hoping I can get some good sleep and recuperate.
Cool down, baby. Cool
Well, because I've been
down.
going pretty much nonstop since Friday with Silver Age,
Yeah, no, I feel it.
and really I worked Monday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday of the prior week. So I haven't had a good day to just rest and relax
So,
in
yeah,
over 2 weeks. So
yeah,
I'm,
no, absolutely. Take that time, chill to the next episode.
how about you? What you been up to?
Man, just working and just trying to. I got. I'm gonna start getting everything in this little book right here. This is gonna be my official KaboomCon composition book, but this will be my official book for KaboomCon. I'm gonna start making sure I get any phone number, the phone numbers and everything in here. Who I taught, contacts and stuff like that. So I'll make sure that I have all those for this year, for this year, as well as so when I'm looking at next year, I can start getting that info and put it in here, have it all set up. So we make sure to reach back out to those people again.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, you got anything coming up? Anything fun and or exciting?
Not really. The only thing, nothing really big coming. Just getting ready for Fantastic Four, man. And I know I gotta for that one. I do need to head over to that AMC and find out if they got that robot because I kind of want that too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I gotta see it when that's if they don't already have it, when it's coming. Actually, I could just probably call and find that out. Because the only time
yourself a trip.
the only time I go over to that AMC is I haven't been in there. I haven't been there in a while because the last 2 times I've been over there, one time was both times have been for like the early screening of a movie. Both times I didn't get in. The one time, the first time they didn't do anything for if you waited. They didn't do anything for you. The second time, they had filled it up, so you got Movie Pass to go see a movie that day. And I went to go see a film with some people I met in line. We all went to go see it. At least like there was 4 of us, but 3 of us ended up going to see a film. And it was a film that I can't remember the name of it, but it was one that I probably wouldn't have seen if I had I hadn't gotten this pass. But yeah, that was the last time I've been over to that AMC theater. So yeah, definitely would. I like the AMC, but I've been digging Century. I've been with Century for a long time. I'm actually getting close to. I think I'm getting close to platinum. But anyways, yeah.
All right. Well, I don't have anything else. If you don't have anything else,
Nah, man.
well, have a lovely evening.
Yeah, I only have 11 more visits before I hit platinum, baby.
And it's only halfway through the year.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys real soon.
Bye.